a father. That's what's supposed to be the best part of you. And it's caused me 2 decades of agony, Steve, that it is for you. The worst.
Actress Kate Winslet stars as the right-hand woman to Apple founder Steve Jobs in the movie titled Cleverly Steve Jobs. Was he, you know, most people know Steve Jobs from standing up on stage and introducing a new product. But he was a very complex, complicated, and some say difficult man.
Well, I think that's true. I think people do have different opinions of Steve, and of course there's a lot of literature that you can read about him. This film is based on a biography written by Walter Isaacson that was not only authorized by Steve, but it was requested. And so for us as actors, we took as much from that book as we could. But at the same time, Aaron Sorkin, who wrote the screenplay, which is 187 pages long, he's been very honest about the fact that there's so much that is imagined on his part within this story. It's rooted in fact. Every person in the film did really exist, but there is a lot of artistic interpretation on the part of Aaron Sorkin as well.
Even if that were true, doesn't sound that diabolical to me.
And as a result, it's gotten some criticism. People say, well, that never happened. But this is not meant to be a documentary. This is meant to be
That's right.
a tale, to get a sense of who the man was.
That's right. I mean, I've heard Aaron himself in lots of Q&As that we've all been doing together as a group. He has described it as being a painting, not a photograph. And he's also said that he never wanted to make a biopic and very much tried not to do that, which is why it's written in this 3-act structure. And each act takes place backstage right before the moment of the launch of a different product. And so what you get is this sort of action movie with words, focusing on the really tense atmosphere backstage and those final moments before that launch.
It's a system error.
Fix it.
Fix it? Yeah.
We're not a pit crew at Daytona. This can't be fixed in seconds.
You didn't have seconds. You had 3 weeks. The universe was created in a third of that time.
Well, someday you'll have to tell us how you did it.
You do get to see, I think, other sides of Steve that audiences won't necessarily have seen before. There is still a side to him. The man was a genius, and I think it really highlights those qualities too.
Musicians play their instruments. I play the orchestra.
Jobs was famously temperamental and difficult to work with, and sometimes would bring people he worked with to tears. You've worked with artistic, creative geniuses like that in the past. Can you look past the temperament and see the genius?
In terms of this film, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the character Joanna, the woman that I play in the film, you know, she was a very strong woman who had huge amounts of love and respect for Steve, actually, and her loyalty to him, I think, is really felt very keenly within the structure of the film. And everyone that we met who is featured in the story, we certainly took away from our conversations with those people that they were extremely loyal to him, even still now, even though he has passed away very sadly, obviously. They were very loyal to him, hugely respected him, and I think very grateful to have had the experiences that they did have. And Joanna, absolutely case in point. She adored Steve, and I think that his warmth does come across in the film. And in fact, Joanna herself sent me an email after she had seen the film, telling me that it was lovely to see some of Steve's real warmth come through. So that I think made us all feel very good about things.
Kate Winslet, thank you so much. Steve Jobs is out now. We have a link on fox4news.com. Thank you.